I have over 20 years like an engineer, so sometimes part-time I'm working like engineer, consultant, everything, so average for the STEM competition for me is very easy for me. I'm a Star Wars fan, so yeah, I'm sorry, I love Star Wars, so that's me. Then, just to share a few pictures, one's with my family. I almost for 40 hours to get my license to be a pilot. And experiments, so this is me, okay. This is a video that I want to share why I'm inspired to be a STEM teacher, why I'm gonna keep going to participate in different STEM competitions. This is student, that was in June 2017, a sixth grader, having the chance to fly to Washington, D.C. for first time to fly and participate in chemistry competition. That, I don't know if you heard the competition, the You Be the Chemist. You heard about that? I'm going to share that kind of information in the future. New Mexico never participated before, so that was the first time in New Mexico. So
I actually know where that elementary school is. Lived in France for 10 years.
Yeah. So, okay, let me share right here.
New Mexico was well represented in Washington, D.C. for the You Be the Chemist National Challenge. Sixth grader Colette Garcia from Grants was one of dozens of students from all over the country attending yesterday. The students had to answer timed multiple choice chemistry questions on stage. Garcia says she wasn't very interested in competing at first, but is now encouraging others to get involved.
Just do it if you really want to. It's very exciting, and you'll do really well if you really try.
Garcia had to win regional and state competitions to advance to nationals. Unfortunately, she did not advance to the finals.
She was the number 6. I mean, not a winner, but over 50 states, that's not bad. Why I share this video is because this is kind of inspiration why we can do this. I mean, I assume that we're on the same page. So we have 20, 30 students, 40, 100 students. If we have one successful, it's a win-win. I mean, that's one thing. Other thing is not about to win in the STEM competition, is how emotionally affected that in a positive way. So right now, this student is in Penn State. She's in engineering school right now, chemistry engineer and everything was for this competition. She didn't win, but right now she's in Penn State. So that's a good thing for me. So I want to share how important for me is the STEM competition. Okay, so we're gonna do a special activity. I'm gonna read the instructions. So grab a piece of paper. If you can see in front, you have a color paper. Okay. Write your name. If you don't write your initial, I'm okay with that. But most important for me is write a question about what is your concern, or what you want to learn, or what do you need for a STEM competition. Please don't put in a budget, because everybody needs a budget. I know that, yeah. Something else that a mentor or information for competition, any question that, what do you need? All right, so the next student, we're gonna launch, on my signal, everyone launches their paper airplane tour in front of me to me. Please be nice with me. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Ooh, okay. Let me get this one. Don't worry, leave it on the floor, Don't worry. Okay, I'm gonna, let me read the first question. Sorry. Just to let you at the end, we're gonna take all these questions and we're gonna share with everyone, okay? How do you get students started and stay engaged with STEM-related competition, like they do with other sports? I like that. In this question, and a few slides, I have a special STEM pretest for each student that you can determine it and you can figure it out what is the best talent or skill for that student of interest. So part of the answer to that question I'm going to share in a few minutes. Thank you for your question. Okay, right here. All right, let me keep it. Okay, so right here we have a question on the device. It says, which of the following is a benefit of participating in a STEM competition? I will give it to you in a second. Why is we asking this question is many educators they struggle how to get the STEM competition and they're probably real world problem. So they're not thinking about teamwork, they're not thinking about critical thinking. So I just want to know where we are, okay? All right. So overall, I don't need to explain what is the STEM competition. I know you're working with MESA programs, so you know about that. I have a few examples for the STEM competition. I assume that you participated before, like a science fair competition, I assume that. Math Olympiads, I don't know if you did it before. The chemistry competition, that's the mention that you be the chemist. If you're interested for that competition, don't worry, at the end we're going to share the document, the link, and you can read all the information. I was the coordinator for that competition for 3 years. After that, then the COVID, and you know the story, but we're going to back again in that. Robotic contest, I assume that everybody participates in robotics, right? Robotic competition?
Of some sort, or several.
Yeah, okay. Any Future City, that's other competition. Somebody participate in the Future City competition? I'm going to share that information too, and it's in New Mexico. Okay, other competition that you want to share?
Well, we, this past year in Carlsbad, they offered science school.
Okay, nice. Other competition that you participate and you want to share?
Done Lego robotics.
The Lego robotic, yeah, that's like putting that robotic concept. That's one of the traditional robotic competition, yeah. The benefit for participating in the STEM competition, that's we know and we're talking about. In my personal experience, I'm more focused about the emotional situation for the student. So many students, I assume that you have that experience, that students from low income home, they don't have any opportunity to work with different devices, robotics, or any experiment. And for me, it's give it that chance to see the future for them. I know everybody wants to win, but for me, most important is have the experience and keep going. All right. For next generation science standard, something new this school year, I'm going to share the document. The New Mexico PEP, we did a review all the next generation science standard. New Mexico next generation science standard that we included the New Mexico phenomena. That is a new thing. That link is going to be incorporated in the document. That is going to be great that you can incorporate in your competition or any program that you're going to participate. All right, so setting goals and expectations when you're going to start any STEM competition. This is one of the things that before to talk with the student, what is the competition, you need to think about it. How it's going to be possible that competition, about the budget, that's one of the things, budget. We're talking about time, and we're talking about maybe a permission with the parents. This is one of the things that you need to think about it. And other thing that you need to think about it is about yourself. Sometimes to take 5, 6 competition at the same time, it's going to be overwhelmed for many educators. I don't know, I very assume that you have that experience, that you have a lot of competition, overwhelmed, a lot of work, you have your lesson, and you need to keep going. For the new student, the new teacher that they're starting MESA or any other STEM program, I always suggest start with the one competition. Start with one, set it one. Then on the next year, if you feel comfortable to work with the second one, then you can keep going. Always tell them that not necessarily you need to put all the students in the same competition to participate. Not necessarily it's working like that, so you can use a small group and they focus on different competition. I know it sounds a lot, but I will explain a bit the last way how it's working with the time. All right, I always use this, we call it the SMART goals. Do you hear about that before, the SMART goal? Yes, all right. We're talking about specific, measure, achieve, relevant, and time bound. Basically, this is the goal that I use before to start at the beginning of the school year, any other competition. Aligning goals on sustainability and interest. Many educators make a mistake, including me, that I wanted all the students have the same experience in that competition because this is cool, this is nice, but that's not the best for the students. So we need to let the student that, you know what, this is all the benefit for different competition, in which one you want. So you need to do the commitment for that. And that happened to some students, they're interested to be in robotics, because that happened, everybody wants robotics, but they struggle how to go. That happened to you in your classroom? Oh, I don't know how to do that. I don't get it. And they expected that we need to do it for them.
I said, that's not my plane.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We're gonna get it, don't worry. So, this is the part that before you start any competition, you need to explain all these kind of situation, kind of problem. If you tell the student, if you think that this is not your talent, it's okay. But I'm very sure that you have a talent and we're gonna figure it out. Maybe it's not robotics, but maybe it's in chemistry, or maybe it's building city, but you have a talent. It's just to let that if they're not feeling that they don't know how to go, they're feeling frustrated because they don't have talent. And it's just to avoid that. It's just to feel, no, you have the talent, we're gonna figure out which one. Okay. Only thing is about the rubric. I just wanted, are you using the rubric in your STEM competition or no?
Yeah, it's usually a rubric of some sort that they give us so we can at least tie our project to it to make sure that it's following the specs of some sort.
Okay. Yeah, I know many competitions they have rubric, but not all of them. For example, one of the competition that's a national competition, growing crystal. I don't know if you heard that. Don't worry, it's on the door. Okay. Growing crystal is more chemistry. They don't have a rubric. That's one of the things I told you. You need a rubric. And the students, they practice the chemistry, and they can see for 45 days how to grow a crystal. Okay, and then when they're done all the process, they need to send the crystal to New York, and all this expert in chemistry is the New York State University, and after that they can win money, I mean $200, $300 for the crystal. So that's on the stuff. Let me see, I got one question right here. Okay, more sample of student work. Example. When you say more sample, what kind of sample?
Just like previously, like previous exams. Like I also sponsor BPA, so I definitely want to see other exams in the past. I also want to see like previous posters from winners, just to like show students,
Okay.
especially when there's no rubric to kind of guide them.
Yeah.
Examples.
Okay.
Like exemplars.
Yeah. So this is the moment that depends on the educator. My suggestion every single time is take a picture in every single step of the competition for the student because they can see all the process. That's part of my presentation about that. Take a picture. Of course, I don't need to say that you need a permission from the parents for a picture. That all the school they fill that document. So this is not you need to be sure I assume the MESA, they have the form that the parent, they need to fill out that permission for picture, am I right? So you can use that, so you can take a picture for every single step. Part of the timeline is, that I will explain in a few minutes. If we're talking about brainstorm, take a picture of what's going on in the group, take a picture. When we go organizing material, you can see the student organizing material, what you need, take a picture of that. And you can create a file about that. Does answer your question? Okay. For organization or for company, they need to include that. They say, okay, we're gonna help you, we're gonna sponsor, but all these guys say, I need evidence, picture, image about every single step of the process.
Yeah.
Okay? That answer your question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nice. All right. This is other setup for other option for the SMART goal that you can use the skill development, project milestone, team collaboration. About the team collaboration is when you're gonna create the small group for this competition, think about it that not everybody have the same talent. So my suggestion is a leader per group. I assume that if your school that let you social media, one of them, they're gonna be responsible to write in social media and explain to be responsible an appropriate word. They say, today we're working with this part of the project. Other students, they're gonna be responsible for coding or how to work with the materials and take a picture. Try that each student, they need to be responsible in different steps. Okay? I know it's not easy. I know sometimes, I assume that you have that kind of experience that there's many students, oh, do I have to? Or very lazy. I know that's happening. And the parent is so excited, no, you need to go to MESA, that's fun, and it's fun. But do I have to? I know, I heard that before. So yeah, and that's part of the process. So, let me see from here. Where I can find at least available STEM competition. Oh, that's it's gonna be on the document. I mean, yes, of course. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna share right here. I created this document. I was gonna share with you. But if you want to modify in your own, it's okay. You just make a copy and keep it out. The first document, that's the first document I give it to the student, is the STEM diagnostic step scoring. Let me click right here. Sorry, that one you can see on the device, but you can see right here. This is the specialist text that gave me an idea how to help the student in which kind of STEM competition they have more talent, okay? For example, and something that you need to be careful in the contest, you need to have the parents' permission form for that, okay? If the parent, they want a copy for that, I'm available, but they need to request the office. I mean, this is in my school, so check with your principal, check with the district, how you can incorporate this if you're interested. For example, the first question right here, which subject do you enjoy most? So obviously we have the science and engineering and math. Why not put in the order? Because I'm very sure that some of them they're gonna write language art. That's the student you need to assign, they're gonna read instruction and they're gonna write. Because some projects they need to write the essay. And that's the student you're gonna use, oh, here, you're responsible to read instruction for your group to be sure they're gonna cover all the steps of the competition. So if they say language art, I prefer this is the good one. Okay. For example, I'm not gonna read all the things, but just to give you an example, that's different question. For example, if they don't know what is the scientific method with not, that gives you an idea that you need to do a review, what is the scientific method for that student. For example, for robotics, I put a quality programming language they know, if they don't have no clue, or modify for other language like the competition they use it. I mean, this is a Spiro or it's a Bex. Yes.
5 minutes.
Oh wow. Oh my God, that was not sorry. So let me go. Right here, I'm going to share this the permission form for the parents. I'm going to share it, just check, and you can make a copy and you can edit that for your school, okay? I'm going to go faster, sorry. All right. This is the part of the timeline that's giving you an idea. This timeline is focused more for science project, but you can modify for different STEM competition, okay? Right, let me, this is basically the daily lesson. If you incorporate your STEM competition in your daily classroom, I know in Mesa is after school, but for any reason, I use it 10 minutes every single day to talk about the STEM competition and check where they are. And I use a Google Classroom. They create a special class for that competition. I can observe and I can read what they do and just guide them where they need to go, okay? All right. Basically, engaging as hands-on and learning experimentation, that's part you know, okay. Always in every single STEM competition, not everybody wins. So be prepared to have a special certificate for them. I mean, it's something that they can take it home. Trust me, that's change. For a piece of paper, that changed emotionally for them. Always think about a certificate. So, failure is the same. Is they're feeling frustrated because they're not winning, because it's okay. And you say, okay, what do you learn in this one? If you fail, what do you learn? And doesn't matter. And discuss how to be better. This is one thing at the end of the competition. Please try to organize like a presentation that the student they can present their project with other students for future students in Mesa. Okay, so this is not only for Mesa and done. So think about it to present it for future students. Okay. Collaboration about with your colleague. Well, in my case, the English is not my first language. So if the student they need to write an essay, I just looking for other colleagues that they can check the grammar, the spelling about. That's the in my case that's the kind of collaboration. I know it's overwhelmed from many educators in competition, and this is a good way to get the help. Okay. About budget. That's amazing. You don't have to do. Just create a donor shoes, send it to the community, PTA. Trust me, that happened. Maybe it's not the full budget, but if you can get 25%, whatever you need, it's better than nothing. So check every single time the company they're around your community. That's good. All right, right here, I have this is the mastering competition right here. Just click, this is all the guideline, everything. If you want to modify for you in your school, wherever, it's okay. In this one, they include all the competition, and I will gonna update it every single time. So if you have that link, you can check every month. I will gonna every new competition, I will gonna include it right there. Okay, that's how we're gonna share. I almost there.
No, you take your time.
All right.
You have 2 minutes.
Okay.
We're okay.
Let me a little
Go
back.
back in.
Okay, if you want to use your QR code, I don't know if the resolution is the best. You can get the document, that's the mastering, that they have the list of all the competition for now, but every single time, if I found any new competition, I include this document.
And I'll try and go through mine quickly, that way if you have questions for Brenda Yulisa, then she can answer them.
Are we gonna keep the question? And thank you so much for your time. I know it was a lot. I have more information going to come. If you have any questions, you can send me email. Let me pass to the next slide. Okay. And are we gonna give to the participant, right?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And something else Brenda Yulisa does for a lot of colleagues and other, even our MST other students, is she will get online and help them figure out what they're doing in their science classroom, or if they're struggling with a certain area. She is able to help them. So I encourage you to do that. So I'm here to talk to you really quickly about the Masters of Science for Teachers program at New Mexico Tech. This program is 30 hours, gets you your master's, helps you level up. It is a great opportunity to get that STEM foundation. And this is the other thing I think about New Mexico Tech, is that it's like a little feather in your hat, because to me, New Mexico Tech is one of the best universities in New Mexico. And even really further than that, I mean, it's just right under an Ivy League school to me. And they've proven themselves with so many things. So basically, are you ready to level up? Do you want more STEM education in your classroom? Some of the classes teach the subject so much in depth that when you get into the classroom, you're able to be such a more dynamic and interesting teacher, because when I was teaching science, I was teaching like 3 subjects of science, and I was maybe good at one of those, and so it was a struggle. So I did my Masters of Science for Teachers in 2006, and I definitely think it changed my teaching style. Also, looking at the cutting edge discoveries that are happening at New Mexico Tech, sharing that stuff with your students is so important. And depending on where you teach, I mean, that might be their spark of interest to go to the university and really do something in our community and come back and give more to the community. So you're hoping for that to happen. And then the best part about the MST program is that they cover 90% of your tuition at this point. And so you only have to pay 10%. And right now, that's about $160 a semester per class. And some people do take 2 classes. If you take 2, they still only pay for 1 class per semester, unless it's the summer, and we have a couple of classes on campus. I don't remember your name, but this lady does the tech track at the school, and so a lot of middle schoolers come and get to hang out with us. They're at the school for a week, but we also collaborate with them, and we got all kinds of things going. We have a CS Buzz class where you're teaching some of the students programming and just like having that experience. So there's a lot to that. One of the things about the Masters of Science for Teachers is that you really do have to go through all 7 disciplines. So you will have a taste of every discipline. I do think a person could get away with maybe less math if they're not strong in math, but you will have a taste of, I think, everything overall. And that's required. And this is what your program requirements look like, and I could send that out to you if you're interested. At the end, I have a code as well that you can sign up, and I will email you the information. So there's 5 comprehensive courses required, 4 specialty. The other paths with independent study and thesis, I've been kind of discouraging, because unless you have a relationship with one of the professors and you know what your research is going to be, it's really hard to finish those classes, because the tech professors really have high expectations, and you trying to teach your classes and do this like research on your own can be really difficult. So I just try to keep you on the normal track, but that might be something you're interested in. A portfolio at the end is, if you've been teaching, it's just simply 2 lesson plans, and then your peers review your lesson plans to finish up. That's kind of what we're calling our thesis end of year interview, which is very easy and fun. If you're interested in applying, there is the spot that you will apply. Again, if you send me an interest in the QR code, I will make sure you have all of this. Again, scholarships, I think I explained all of the scholarships. If you receive less than a C, you do have to retake the courses. Any questions so far? I know I'm going pretty quickly, but I want to make sure you guys are out on time. If you fill out your FAFSA, it does help our university as well, so if you qualify, and for some reason teachers still qualify, I know they've given us raise after raise, but we still qualify for a lot of FAFSA, so we do ask that you all apply. Those assist our university and give us a little bit more money to put in our scholarship pot to give you guys later on. And then here's our QR code for contact information.